Hello, my fellow humans, and welcome back to Scatter Love Tarot with another pick a card reading. Today we are going to do another fun one. I don't know, I think these are fun, but we're going to find out what is your next relationship, okay? And yes, this is going to be a love-interested relationship. We're going over romantic relationships. We're going to see if we can get some descriptions, some energy from this person, and just to understand a little bit more about who they are and what their characteristics are. So today is going to be hopefully an upbeat, positive reading for you, but again, we have to go based on what the cards tell us, so that will be that. However, knowing this, that if you guys interact with my channel, whether that's through hitting that thumbs up button down below, subscribing, commenting, setting that notification bell, this allows me to connect with your energy to get you out more resonant readings. And with that being said, let us go ahead and get into it and get our prayer going. Before I get this lit though, I do just want to say thank you so much to everybody that has chosen to become a part of this tribe. You are such incredible individuals, and you have changed my life in such a phenomenal way, and you've impacted me in such an amazing way. Like it has changed everything that I've done. It has changed the way I view life, and just know that so many of you, and those that have just supported me in such a beautiful way, you've touched my heart, and you have become such a huge part of my world, and I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. If you are new here, I want to welcome you with open arms and remind everybody that we are human. Come as you are in this here now here moment. There's nothing you need change about yourself or who you are to be accepted by this community, for we are all here on this human journey doing the best that we can. So with that being said, let us go ahead and get this prayer underway, guys. Okay. Beautiful. My beloved source, this is for any and all who come on this video for a moment, or if they're here for the entire time. First, I ask you bless their hearts. I ask that you show them the miracles that are in their life currently, in this now moment, this here now here moment. So that way they can open their eyes to the joy of what life is, even if it's difficult. Nothing in life that's worth having is meant to be easy. And everything that's worth having, it sometimes can be a struggle. It sometimes can be a challenge. And I ask that you provide each and every one of us with strength, courage, determination, and the discipline to move forward on our own journeys, whatever that entails. I ask that you connect with their hearts, with the being of who they are, and help them to light their light, become this amazingly brilliant being in this world, reminding them there's nothing they need to change about themselves, reminding them that they're perfect in this moment, and the only thing that could potentially be holding them back is their thoughts about self. And I ask that you help each and every one of us to connect with that inner being, and to let us become our own sunlight on our journey to light our path, so that we may do what you ask us to do, so that we may become the individuals you have always destined us to become, so that we may become the ultimate gift, which is unconditional love. As these words are spoken unto this space, onto this community and this tribe, so shall they be. Amen. Aho. Aseh. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So let's get this set up over here. Right, and today we are going to choose cards from my Earth Magic. I just love these cards. Y'all know me. This is one of my first Oracle decks. It is forever in my heart, and so anyways, let's get one of these. So source for pile number 1. Who is their next relationship? What can you tell us about their next relationship? Oh, is it that one? Nope, it's that one. Okay, thank you. All right, for pile number 2, Source. Who's their next relationship? Thank you. And for pile number 3, Source, who's their next relationship? What can you tell us? Thank you. That was so quick. It was easy. I am getting a channeled message for the collective that the next relationship that everybody gets into romantically, it will be a breath of fresh air. So that's exciting. So for pile number 1, we do have this beautiful piece of green aventurine for you to choose from. For pile number 2, we do have this beautiful piece of lapis lazuli. And for pile number 3, we have this beautiful piece of bloodstone. Alright. So we have pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. Whichever one you are drawn to, that should be the pile for you. Keeping in mind they are general readings, so take what resonates and leave what does not. With that being said, whichever one you've chosen, I will see you over on that perspective. Hello, pile number 1. This is for those of you that chose the green aventurine. This is going to be your pile on your next relationship. We're going to find out some more about this person, see if we can get some characteristics and maybe some descriptions too. I do have my descriptions out. So as always, we will start off with the dice reading and see what messages come through for you on your next relationship. And remember that as you interact with my channel, it does allow me an opportunity to connect with your energy to get you out more resonant readings. So make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and set that notification bell so that I can do that. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get into your dice reading. Okay, so Source, for pile number 1, what can you tell us about their next relationship? Source, for pile number 1, what do they need to know about their next relationship? What messages can you tell us? How can we understand who's going to be in their next relationship, Source? So we have 11th house, Virgo, and Pluto coming out. Well, already this is somebody who's going to be well known in their community. My dog is coming to say hi in the video without being in the video. We've got hers on her little furries on the thing here. Okay. They're going to be well known in the community. This is also going to be somebody who is very attractive, like sexually attractive to you, and you're going to be sexually attracted to them. This is also somebody that in the community, they're very well liked. They are very well liked. They are going to have a lot of different types of friends around them, right? This is somebody who could be a leader of a certain like-minded group, or they are a leader in their position at work, or they are a leader in whatever it is that they're interested in. They are very much in this place of being a leader in that. So this is also somebody who's going to be extremely humble, especially with this Virgo energy, somebody who's going to be very nice and open-minded, and their main thing is going to be service-oriented. They're going to want to help others. It is going to be a natural part of who they are. They're going to give themselves to ensure that others are safe, that others are secure, that others are seen or heard or appreciated and valued. This is someone who is going to be very much in a place of being involved with people, involved with, I keep hearing the community. So this could be somebody who runs something within their own community, within their neighborhood, but I keep hearing community. So they could have built up a community around them. I don't feel like this is somebody who is on a platform. This very much feels like somebody who engages with people that they are near. Like if they don't know somebody that just moved into the neighborhood, they're going to go out of their way to go introduce themselves to this person, to find out more about this person, to be like, hey, welcome to the neighborhood, welcome to the community, we're so glad you're here. This is going to be a very outgoing individual. You know, with Virgo energy, you think about the hermit, right? Someone who doesn't want to get out and about, like someone who may use some sort of podium. When we say podium, what I'm referring to is someone who has to stand behind something in order to present either an idea or, you know, who they are. They have to stand behind something as a sense of security, right? Like platforms can sometimes be that. Not in all cases, but sometimes that can be a platform or a podium. The platform can be a podium for them, but they're not going to have that sort of podium. They're not going to be behind something. This is someone who is very active in life, and they very much take charge, and they've gone through a lot of transformation. This is somebody who has grown and become the best version of themselves, and they're constantly working on being that best version of themselves. They're very rational. They're very organized. You will see this person could become a little bit obsessive with their projects, and that they are very much a perfectionist. They like things to be a very certain way, and they will work extra hard to ensure that they are comfortable in that and that everything is going the way that they want it to. You know, with the Pluto energy, we're talking about this is connected with Scorpio. Also, it governs the reproductive system and the genitals. And so we're talking about someone who's very seductive by nature. Someone who reaches out to people and people are immediately attracted to them, or people want to get to know them better. And they're very intense. And they're always learning about who they are. So this person is going to be someone who isn't going to shy away from the hard work. They're also not going to shy away from the difficult conversations with you, right? Like if you have an argument or you're disagreeing with each other, like they're not just going to walk away and say nothing, or they're not going to expect you to fix it all. And they're not, like, they don't want you to expect them to fix it all either. They're actually going to be an adult. They're going to come forward and they're going to have this conversation with you and say, look, this is how things are. This is obviously where you're standing at. This is where I'm standing at. If this is something that we can find a compromise, let's find that compromise. Or how can we solve this? This is somebody who is a problem solver. They do not like people to feel guilt. They do not like to destroy things. They've experienced a lot of destruction already in their lives. And so they are making sure that they do everything within their own power to ensure that they are well heard, that they are well seen, and that they are well understood. So if there's a misunderstanding between you, do not be surprised if this person goes out of their way to find a way to find common ground with you. So let's get some cards on it. Let's get these ones here. Go a different route today. Find out, Source, what can you tell us about Pile 1's next relationship? What can you tell us about Pile 1's next relationship, Source? Thank you. Can you tell us about Pile 1's next relationship? I also feel like this is somebody who is going to be very well financially stable. Like they could be rich, but that's not something to really look towards. But this is someone who is going to be very involved with their finances. They're going to be capable of setting aside money for what they want. They're going to be, you know, they may have really nice things. You may notice that, or they may be able to give a lot to the community. This is someone who will like to donate money and large sums of money to people in need or to organizations in need. I'm definitely feeling that. So, Source, with Pile number 1, what can you tell us about their next relationship? Can you tell us about their next relationship, Source? Whoa, thank you. So we have the 8 of Diamonds coming out with this energy of working. They are a hard worker, right? Yeah, look at that with the Ace of Swords coming through, the Ace of Spades being shown here. This is someone who works hard. They speak their truth. They go out of their way to ensure that others understand their truth. It's not necessarily to break you down to agree with you, but they will say what they feel and they will mean what they say. They're not going to just say something because of the heat of the moment. This is someone like if they're very upset or they're angry, they may take a few moments to gather themselves so that when they come forward from a place of understanding and knowing that there's no reason to say things in the heat of the moment. There's no reason to hurt each other here. There's only every reason to ensure that we're on the same ground. So these both flew out. I'll take them both. We have the 7 of Clubs here, and we also have the 2 of Hearts here with depicting temperance. This is someone who's going to be very well energetically balanced. They enjoy balance in life. They enjoy balance in all things, and they enjoy truth, and they like to share what they have. Like this image here, it feels like they're sharing their hard work with another. Like they really enjoy sharing what they have. It's this feeling of, if I keep it all to myself, I will have so little. But when I share everything I have, I gain so much more. And that's exactly the type of individual that they are. They're very open. They're very much in this place of serving humanity. This is someone who's worked very hard at healing themselves to ensure that when they get involved with somebody, they want to bring love. They don't want to bring old baggage. This is someone who's worked very hard to go to the next level and to balance out their energy. And this is also that 2 of Cups energy coming in here. So this is definitely soulmate energy coming through someone who is going to love you. This is that romantic love, that deep love that's coming in. And this is someone who really does believe in being guided to do things, okay? They may not come across as very spiritual. They could be religious, okay? They could follow a certain religion. They could very much be within certain rituals that they do. But they do believe that there is some sense of greater power that is guiding them, whatever that means to them. They do feel like they are fulfilling their destiny and that their main goal is to ensure that they show what it is to be kind and gentle and compassionate to the people around. They have mended some aspect within their work life as well here with this quilt showing through. It's like they've really gone out of their way to make sure that they're not struggling. This is someone who could have a darker skin tone than you, right? Whatever that means. So, you know, like if you're my skin tone, this could be someone that's just a little bit more tan than you, or this is someone who could be a lot darker than you. But I do feel like it's almost like you're the light and they're the dark. Like this very masculine energy coming through here, but it does not have to be masculine. You could very well be the masculine, and they could be the feminine. So whatever it is that you resonate with, just understanding that they are going to be a much like darker shade than you, and it's not necessarily skin tone. This could just be personality shining through as well. Like, you know, some people really embrace the shadow side of life, and that's exactly what Pluto is showing here. Is like the dark side of the moon is what I keep hearing here. It's like they're not afraid to embrace the darkness. They're not afraid to work in the darkness to find the light. And so that is something that is being shown here. And they very much love to celebrate and share. Like, again, this energy of sharing with friends, of sharing with others, right? And it's interesting here because I still feel like the skin, the darker skin here is coming out, because you have her with that same tone, and then these hands, which are a little bit lighter, but they're still in that realm, right? They're still in that realm of darker. And so it's like I do feel like you're going to notice they're going to be much more tan than you are, or they're going to be just a different ethnicity altogether, or from a different background, or, you know, whatever it is. But they do love to share. They do love to celebrate. Yeah, they're very well known with the 7 of Diamonds here depicting the star. They're very well known in their life, like their community. They find it important to really share with others and to get everybody together. You might find that this person really values spending time together in group settings. So like they may have a big family and they may want to share all their memories and stuff with their family, and that's going to include you as well. It's like getting together and having like large dinners and so on and so forth. Let's get a couple of clarifiers out on it. Oh, okay. We have the Ace of Swords coming out again over the Ace of Swords and the Queen of Swords here. Yes, this is someone. that energy coming through once again, not afraid to tell the truth. Like, they're not going to hurt you for any purpose. Like, that's not what they do. They don't look at it as, oh, so-and-so did this to me, so I'm going to do this. That's not how they look at it. Like, they take time, especially with her in this written energy here. It's like taking time to really find a way to speak their truth to you and make sure that they're being heard. Not in a way of like, I'm attacking you, but as in a way of like, I'm going to share how I feel, and then we're going to figure this out together. They don't like it when people are upset, right? Because they've been upset, but they also know that they can't win every battle. They can't always come at this and not everybody gets hurt. What they can ensure, though, is that if they stay true to themselves, that there will always be a place to find some sort of common ground. Even if not everybody is happy in the situation, it means that there's always a space for compromise, and that is something that they truly, truly will fight for. Let's get a few more out here. Source, can I please have some more clarifying cards for pile number 1? Whoa! Hold on just a second. My card went flying here, guys. Okay, it went under the table, but we do have the 7 of Swords coming out on the 7 of Clubs. Here, another synchronicity. 7 could be a very powerful number for you. Or for this person, you may also start to see 7s a lot when this person's getting closer to coming into your life. But here we have this image of they're just in their own world, and everybody's like looking at them. I also feel like, again, this depiction of like the shadow, see with him in the darker hair, and she's got this bright red hair here. I'm walking along. This definitely feels like they are going to be on the shadow side, right? The dark side of the moon here. While you're out in the open, maybe you have a platform, or maybe you connect with even more people than they do. But this is also someone who watches you from afar. Like, this is someone who, when they meet you, if they haven't already, they're going to be paying attention to you from on social media, or maybe in the community. Maybe you met each other and your neighbors or something like that, or at school or at work or wherever it is. This is someone who's going to watch you because they're enthralled with you. They really, truly, really like you, okay? If not love you already, but this is like when they first met you, they're like, oh my gosh, a person like this exists. Like, how could this person exist and I didn't know about it? And so they are going to be watching you. They're going to be keeping tabs on you. They might be spying on you. They may be asking people about you to find out more what you like. And the thing is that they're going to pay attention to that too. Like, they really are going to pay attention to it. And then we have the 10 of Coins coming out here. Yeah, they want to ride off into the distance with you. This is such a cute picture here, but it's like breaking away from society and really being able to provide you with whatever you want, and being able to provide this sense of security in your life. Like, if you're looking for security, whatever that means, it doesn't necessarily have to be financial security, right? Security could mean just security in a relationship. It could mean trust. It could mean being vulnerable with each other, being capable of sharing deepest, darkest secrets with each other, and knowing that you trust them with the whole of your being. And so that's the energy here. It's like they want to provide you with whatever makes you feel safe and sound. That's what they want to bring into this connection. We do have Virgo energy here again. So you may find for some that this person is a Virgo sun. They could have Virgo in their 11th house. They could also have Pluto in Virgo, or they could have Virgo in their 10th house. I am hearing here as well. I don't know why that was coming through. Sun, Moon, Rising, their Venus. So you may find that they have Virgo very highly aspect in their chart, or you might have Virgo highly aspect in your chart, and that is confirmation that this is your reading. On the bottom, we do have the 8 of Swords. This is such an interesting energy here. It's about like anxiety and fear, and really letting go of those things that go bump in the night, especially with this image here. It's like protecting this little bunny. So they want to protect you. They don't want you to ever hurt again. Like, they don't want you to ever suffer. Like, I feel like you've been through a hard time in your life, and they also have as well. And it's like they would do anything to make sure that you're out of that energy, that you're in a safe place. that you're admired, that you're appreciated, that you're valued. And they're like, want to protect you. And that also helps them to protect themselves, because it's like, I keep hearing, it's me and you against the world. Like, it's a very cute energy. They're very strong, and they're very much in this place. Like, we have the Eight of Wands underneath that. Yeah, like, they are keeping tabs on you. They are very much in this place of making sure that you are exactly what they want, right? It's like they're finding other avenues to connect with you, and it's like they're realizing that they see you as this innocent being, right? Someone who's strong, someone who's powerful, but they see you as someone who's innocent as well, that they feel it's not even an obligation. Like, they just feel like they need to protect you from the hurt and the pain that others cause, because they don't want to see you go through that anymore, or they've seen you experience hurt and pain from others, or being, you know, in this place of others not treating you the way that you deserve to be treated. This is someone who's very wise. They're very knowledgeable. This is someone who could also be very connected with their intuition and this higher ancient knowledge that's coming in, and they may not realize it. For some they will, for others they won't. Let's see what we got coming out here. Yeah, number 9, release. They want to help you release the past, but they too are also releasing their past, the hurt that they've experienced. Like I was saying, something has to do with money. That's why it feels like this is a very masculine energy. You know, when we talk about the masculine energies in the spiritual community, they're the ones that are really connected with the physical realm, this 3D realm. And it's like that's what they're healing, is their ability to manifest in the 3D realm. And it's like the feminine energy is all about connecting with the spiritual realm and the psychic levels, and being able to manifest and receive from the spiritual realm, rather than working hard in that masculine energy to create a life in the physical. It's all about receiving. And so this feels like they've been releasing old paradigms about money, and so when they come in, you're going to notice that they're like a fresh new start, someone who is very capable of providing and making sure that you both are on the same page when it comes to your finances. Yeah, we have reliability coming through here with Goat. I love this. We have number 19, so we have 9 here with Jaguar, and 19, so 9 and 10. They're making progress to be this reliable person, not only in someone else's life, but their main goal is to be reliable for themselves and to show up for themselves so that they can offer that to another person, right? Because you can't you can't give to someone who, like, if you're not willing to do that for yourself, you can't give that to another person, right? Like, it's not going to work. So we have the Moon with satisfy emotional needs, nurture self and others. Yeah, exactly. Like, right now they're learning how to nurture themselves, because they've spent a lifetime nurturing others, and it's not something that's going to go away, but it is something that they are learning how to embrace and to build on while they nurture themselves. Let's get another one of these cards out on it and see. Thank you. We have Sagittarian energy. We have optimism, exploration, and freedom. This is someone who is going to be very optimistic in life, okay? Someone who likes to try new things. They're going to want to explore the world with you, and they really like to have their freedom. Again, that energy of fixing something that was an old paradigm when it comes around money, because they like to have the freedom to do what they want to do, and they don't want to be in a position where they're not able to do what, you know, like to provide you what you need, to provide them what they want, and so on and so forth. They want to be in a position where it's like, if you ask for it, if you need it, if you want it, then that's where we're going to go and get it, because it's not going to put me in a bind. It's not going to put us in a bind type energy. I love this. We have number 11 coming out, and your pile number 1. So 111 is a very powerful message number for you. We've looked to your inner strength. You're stronger than you realize. This could be someone that you have been manifesting for a long time, and you've been exhausted from the manifestation. Like, this is like, when are they ever going to come into my life? And this is just a reminder to you that you're really healing that inner self. You're really connecting with your own inner being. And as you do, this person actually is connecting with their own inner strength as well and moving forward. And it feels like there is a connection that's coming. We do have receive with love and appreciation on the bottom here. Gracious acceptance is a way to show love. So this person's love language could be gifts of, gifts, and it could also be words of affirmation is another thing that I'm hearing. Let's see if we can get some descriptions for you and just kind of see what this person looks like. Maybe some personality traits for them. Let's just see what comes out. So let's see, Source, can you give us some descriptions about this person? I grabbed the wrong bag. That's cool. Let's see, can you give us some descriptions about this person, Source? Can you tell us some more about this person? Pile number 1's their next relationship. Okay, that one too. Okay. Now these aren't going to resonate with everyone. They're just fun to get, and sometimes they do really resonate, so just keep that in mind. Don't hold on to these too tightly. It's just for fun. Clever. Yeah, that makes sense. So this person is going to be someone who's very clever. Okay. Reliable again. Look, we got reliability with goat, and reliable came out. And I don't know if you guys seen my bag, but there's like hundreds of messages in here. Okay, like that's amazing. I love that synchronicity coming out for you. All right, and let's see here. We have stiff. Okay. So this is someone who, when you first meet, they may not be very open to really like telling you about themselves, or you may not be open to telling them about yourself. Like there's this energy of like resistance is what I'm getting with this. And as you learn about each other and as you go, you'll be more open to sharing more information. The reason that either you or them are like this is because they've dealt with a lot of mean people in their life, a lot of upsetting situations. We did talk about that with the 8 of Swords over here. Definitely this feeling of like those things that go bump in the night. It's just people who've been really ruthless towards them, people who maybe manipulated them, gaslighted them, you know, people who have used their nice energy, like that kind energy, against them, and that's something that they don't want to deal with again. And they're realizing that that may be something that the two of you have in common. This is someone who may have an oval face. Okay. Interesting. We didn't really get a whole lot of descriptions, but that works. So let's see what your card is here. Focus, crystal. So I love this card coming out for this reading. There were so many Swords cards that came out in this reading, and that's exactly the type of energy that your next relationship has. This person is going to really be focused on whether that's you and their position and their job and building themselves up. It's like they have their priorities set in line, and they're very focused on what is next, and they know what steps to take next, and they're not going to be afraid to do that. Also, with the amethyst coming out here, that does show me that this is a connection that is very much divinely guided. This is someone who's meant to be in your life. You're meant to be in their life. So don't be too impatient. Don't try to rush this along, because as it comes, it will come exactly when it's meant to, okay? So this is what I have for you, Pile 1. I hope that it resonates. If it does, make sure you hit that thumbs up button down below. But with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and get on out of here. And until next time, stay human. Bye, guys. Hello, my fellow humans that chose this beautiful piece of lapis lazuli. This is going to be a reading on your next relationship. We're going to find out more about the person, their characteristics, maybe what they look like. I will get some description messages at the end. So that being said, just remember that as you interact with my channel by liking, subscribing, commenting down below, it does allow me an opportunity to connect with your energy to get you out more resonant readings. And with that being said, make sure you set that notification bell so you always know when the next video does get uploaded. Let's go ahead and ask the dice first, and let's get into your reading. So Source, for pile number 2, What can you tell us about their next relationship? What information can you give us? What can you let us know? What do they need to know about their next relationship, Source, for pile number 2? Okay, so we have 6th house, Cancer, and Uranus energy coming out. Let me get my block. So someone who's very nurturing. This feels very much like feminine energy. It doesn't have to be, but that is the energy that I'm getting right off the bat. Someone who's very feminine by nature. Right? They're very receptive. They're very nurturing. They're very opening. This is also someone who doesn't go by the norm. Like, they are a stand out above the crowd type of person, right? You may also notice they're very much involved with fitness. They like to take care of their health. They like to stay healthy. Or if they're not, like, they don't maybe appear necessarily super healthy, they do like to make sure that they're always active and doing things that are active. So I am getting like this softness to them, like a roundness, right? Like voluptuous, full body energy. And so this is someone who might not appear like really muscular or anything like that. However, that doesn't mean that they're not fit. It means that they're more concerned with how they feel rather than how they look. And they're not going above and beyond to be some image of what others think that they should be, or what they maybe have been taught was what was viewed as healthy before. Right? So they're in this place of really working towards nurturing and loving themselves. They're also in this place of healing a lot of their energy. They've been through a lot in their life. They're healing currently, and they're really working on what self-love means to them. So this is someone who you're going to notice is in service to others. They're going to take care of others. They're going to help others, right? They're also very involved in their work community. They're very involved in their life community. This is someone who may go to church, and this is just an example, but this is someone who may go to church, and they're very involved with the community there. They like to be surrounded by the people that they feel comfortable with, that they know of, the people that they've been around for a long time in their life, or people, they're always inviting new people in. This is someone who's very loyal, and you can depend on them, and they're not going to hurt you for any good. Like, they're not going to hurt you. It's not something they want to do. Like, they want to make sure that you're very loved, that you feel very loved, that you feel understood is the main thing here. Like, that's, I feel their main thing is supportive and nurturing and compassion, and making sure that you feel supported, nurtured, and that compassion that they're giving as well. This is someone who will want to have a family. Like, that is something that is a big deal for them. They would love to have a family, whatever that means. It could just be as simple as having pets together, but whatever it is that you end up talking it out with them, they do want a family. This is they're very motherly, or they're very fatherly. Like, this is someone who wants to share that love that they have with someone who will be dependent on them, whether for 18 years or for their entire life. They want to share that with another being. They like safety, okay? They like to be safe. They like to have safety around them. This is not someone who's going to go and spend willy-nilly just because they can. They're going to make sure that they have their savings built up. So you may notice that they do put a lot of money into savings, or you may notice that they put a lot of money into providing a secure place for home. So like, if there's a mortgage that needs to be paid, you may see that they're paying off their mortgage in half the time than the loan has stated, right? And that's purpose, because they want to feel safe. They want to feel like they're doing something to ensure that safety in their life. And they're going to go out of their way to make sure that they feel secure in finances, in their day-to-day life, in their routines. This is someone who doesn't deviate much from family either. So you may notice that they are really close. They have a really close relationship with those that they grew up with, okay? Like, whether that's family, whether that's friends, they have this very close relationship with them. You're going to find that they're very unique. They may be very eccentric too, and this could be someone who invents things or has very wild ideas, someone who is very open with the world and their imagination, and you may be like, that's so wild, like, how would you ever complete that? And they're like, oh, I don't worry too much about that. I just start working on it and somehow it just comes to be. And you may find that they help open you up to this wider view of the world, this wider perspective of how things are meant to work. And they're always changing, right? They're always changing, and with that change they seem to make like progression really quickly. Like all of a sudden they may look like they're at a standstill, but something will happen and they'll change, and then suddenly they like zoom past wherever they were stuck at. And so there's nothing that ever keeps them down. Like why do I hear that song? Can't keep a good dog down. No, you can't keep a good dog down, right? What is that from? All Dogs Go to Heaven. So yeah, it's like that's the thing. It's like there's nothing in the world that will ever stop them from making progression, because that's very, very important for them. So let's get these out of the way and get some tarot on it. Okay. Source for pile number 1. What more can you tell us about their next relationship? What energy can you show us about this person? What do they need to know for pile number 1, Source? Their next relationship. Okay, thank you. Their next relationship. This is someone who's very connected to Source, to whether they know it or they don't. This is someone who's just, they have a very strong intuition. They follow that intuition. They also get insights, and they've learned not to question those insights. They just trust it. Kind of like with that creative energy, it's like they may have really wild ideas, and they just trust those ideas and they go for it, and they don't let people tell them no. Like they're not going to be this person that's like, oh, you know, so-and-so said it was impossible, so I'm not going to do it. Like, no, they're like, it doesn't matter if it seems impossible. There's always a way. And they always have hope. So let's see what's on the bottom of the deck for you. Yeah. Didn't I say that they were going to help you change perspective? And then we have the 2 of Spades coming out here representing the Hangman. They're going to help you see things from a whole different perspective. But this isn't just you. Like, they help everybody see things from a completely new perspective. It's like they do things that are so strange to the everyday norm that it's like when they succeed at it, instead of being upset, people are just in awe. They're like, wow, you know, pile 2's person, like, they're always so innovative, and they're always coming up with these new things, and they're like these crazy ideas, but they actually work, and they're like, I want to be like that. And so they always go and they're like, how do you do this? And so they help them. Yeah, this is someone who could actually be currently involved with another person or in a very toxic connection, or has been in a lot of toxic connections in the past, been burned, they've been stuck, they felt, you know, locked down by something that wasn't serving them. And it's been hard for them, and they've had to change a lot of what they've done. Hold on just a second. They've had, either recently they had a relationship that just fell apart, that was very toxic, or this is what they've experienced in the past, where they've experienced, like, seen a lot of their relationships have been toxic, and because they're always growing, they've just kind of fell apart. People have treated them a certain way. You know, with the House of God coming out, this is representing the devil, and this is representing the House of God. So it's like this reality check with their relationships they've had to go through. So this is not going to be someone who trusts outsiders very easily. However, once you gain their trust, you become a part of their circle, and you're almost inseparable from each other, because there's like this energy of just truly lifting each other up to that next level. Yeah, they're really well known. So this person could actually have a platform. You could meet them in some sort of like group gathering. Like, if you guys know what meetups is, or if you don't, it's like, you know, like maybe there's like a Facebook page that you go to, or there's just like a community get together that you go to, and you end up meeting at that. But you see that they're like really well known within the community. And they're also someone who shines really bright, and they also give people hope. Like, They're going to give you hope. Look at this. We have the Ace of Wands depicting strength too. So far, all of these are mystery cards. You've got the Hangman, you've got strength. Look, we have the Wheel of Fortune with the Ten of Hearts coming under that. Like, such big energy. We have the Devil, the House of God, the Star. We don't know what this one is just yet. These are all mystery cards coming out for you, though. It's very impressive. This person is very much in the spotlight, whether they want to be or not. It's just, they have this beautiful energy. They also help people through the hurt and the pain that they've experienced, because this is someone who's healed themselves in various ways, and because of that, they heal others just naturally. This could be a healer, but I don't feel like that's exactly what they do. I just feel like it's their energy is so big that it helps others see the potential toxic energies in their own life. Yeah, look, you have another mystery card coming out here. We have the Two of Coins depicting the Popess, and it's, what I was saying is, like, this person's very connected to source. They may be extremely spiritual. Okay, they may be extremely spiritual. If they're not, they just don't question it. They've learned to go with the flow, especially with this Uranus energy here. It's like understanding that it doesn't have to make sense to us. It just has to mean, like, if it comes to you, like, as an inspiration, you just take action on it, and that's where things start to play out for him. And so that's exactly what's going on with them. They've learned to receive that energy, and that's why I was saying they seem very feminine by nature to me, because there's a lot of receptive energy. After having tried to make toxic relationships work, after having spent time trying to do things that weren't serving them, or after spending time in situations that were constantly falling apart, they actually finally realized that this is not going to work. I have to do things that feel right for me and not try to make things work just because I want them to, or because it sounds good, or because it looks good. And it's through that they learn their own strength, and they learn that they're like master manifestors. This is someone who is going to be very open to talking about very large topics with you, like things that other people wouldn't normally talk with you about. Like, maybe you're very spiritual and you want to talk about, like, the effects of where the world has gotten to on people as an individual and people as a whole. Or maybe you want to talk about what it is that, you know, you can do to give back to society, or things like that. And this is going to be someone that is going to be willing to talk about that with you, as well as help offer solutions and build with you. And they're not going to worry about the how. They're going to worry about, this is something that matters to me. This is something that matters to my love. This is something that we really need to manifest in this life, because it's going to help others, and they're going to take a sense of feeling good from that, and a sense of a purpose comes from that. Okay, so let's get some more clarifiers out on it. Source, can we please have another clarifying card? Thank you. We have the Nine of Wands coming out. This is someone who at one point felt like a chameleon in their life, like they blended in, right? It's like they were a fly on a wall, basically. It's like no one noticed them, like no one saw them. And it was really hard for them to embrace this seen energy. Like, being seen for them was a difficult thing. It's like maybe they always dreamt about it, but in reality, they always felt like they were just a fly on the wall. Like, everybody told them whatever it is that they told them, or this toxic energy over here made them feel very small and very insignificant. And it's learning right now. They're in this place of learning and healing, especially with this Cancerian energy coming out here. They're learning to heal that and know and understand that they deserve to be seen. And that's why what I was saying, like, this is someone who wants you to feel seen. They want you to feel understood. They want you to feel nurtured and supported. And the reason being is because they're in this process of doing that for themselves and finding out what the truth of that is to them, even if they are different from others, right? Especially with this chameleon on the wall, or this lizard. Definitely feels like a chameleon because it's the same color as the wallpaper. But it's like, you know, where they stand out and they're so different from others. And it's like you have this girl here on the chair, and she's reading a book or whatever she's reading, and she's just chilling, and it's like not even paying any attention to what's going on behind her. It's like they've learned that they stand out, like they don't fit in with what society deems normal. And in learning that aspect about themselves, they've been able to really understand more about who they are. And that has helped them understand why they've gotten involved in so many toxic relationships or toxic situationships, right? Yeah, we have the 10 of Wands on the bottom here. Like, they've had to run away from things that were very, very rotten. Is what it feels like here. It's like you have all these flies on this situation. It's like, this doesn't feel like their home. Like, it feels like they're dealing with something else or belonging to someplace else for a time being. And it's like they had to learn how to leave that situation. You know, and the 10 of Wands in my deck really talks about building a friendship and making it through the hard times and being stronger because of that. And so that's definitely something that the two of you will endure, is hardships, not because it's meant to break you apart, but because it's meant to make you grow stronger and more connected to one another. And so you may find that on your journey in a relationship that there are some things that you have to endure together that are very, very hard to shoulder alone, but you have someone to shoulder them with, and that's going to make the burden a lot easier to carry. And together you both will be stronger because of it, and your connection will be stronger because of it. But it's only because they've had to run away from situations that were really bad for them. They've had to run away from situations that weren't serving their highest good. This could have been family members, this could have been friends, this could have been job situationships, this could have even been school situationships, or whatever it was. It just really wasn't serving their journey. And this is that energy that they were feeling, like, I didn't belong, I don't belong, I never did belong. And even here, they don't feel like they belong, right? They're like running from the situation. I'm out E5000, guys, later. Like, that's the energy that they're showing here. And it's like, I have to find out who I am. So they may have been surrounded by friends that they felt like they were obligated to have a loyalty to, but friends that were keeping them in this place of feeling very small, very unseen. Look, and we have the King of Wands coming out here. This is someone who has learned how to take action for themselves in their own life, to protect their inner child, to be seen, to be different, and not be afraid of that as well. This is someone who's found confidence in this journey through the hardships. Like, this is also someone who's very sexually oriented, okay? Like, they very much rely on their sexual energy, their sensuality. They like to be physical. This is someone who you might find is very physical. They like PDA, like, they're okay with that. They don't mind showing that they're in love. They don't mind showing that, oh my gosh, this is something I really adore. Like, this is someone that I'm in love with, right? And they're going to go out of their way to show others. It's not to make others jealous. It's just because they feel so honored to have a love in their life. Like, that's exactly what they want to do, is to show that love, that they are honored, that they're blessed, that they feel good that you're in there. And so the sweetness in life is something that really matters to them. And part of that sweetness is to make sure that their loved one, their lover, always feels that they're seen, that they're heard, that they're loved, and that they feel like they're wanted. You know, we all want to feel like we're wanted by someone. And that's exactly what they do. And this is someone you may see is, they're super confident, they're super strong-hearted. This is like a Braveheart type energy here. Like, they endure the hardships, but somehow they always come out on top, right? And that's what has got them up to this energy of being seen by others. Letting go of the hurt and the pain, letting go of what was wrong from the past, and really embodying and embracing the newness of who they are, which isn't really new, it's just uncovering who they are. We have the Queen of Swords coming out here. This is someone who takes time. They take time to really think about what it is they want to say, right? They may scrap. Like, this is, if you text message, this may be someone who starts writing and you see the bubble pop up and then the bubble disappear. You see the bubble pop up and then it'll disappear. And why is that? It's because they're really trying to make sure that they're saying exactly what they want to say. Like, they don't want to just say empty words. They're not trying to fill space. Like, if they don't say a lot, you may find that this person sits a lot in silence. And it's not anything to do with you, and it has everything to do with, they just want to make sure that whatever comes out of their mouth has meaning. It has truth. It has integrity. It has honor. It has well-being for all that are involved, even if it's not exactly what everybody wants, but it's just this sense of understanding and this truthfulness. And that may seem like they are cold at times, but that's honestly because they've learned to listen to their intuitive side, and they've been able to embody that so fully that it's like, I'm going to give you the truth, or I'm not going to give you anything at all. Like, I'm not just going to fill your head with words, with useless words, with pointless words, like sweet nothings. That's the thing. They don't want to fill your head with sweet nothings. So you may find with the king and queen here, you may find that you are opposites on the zodiac. So we do have Virgo energy, and their opposite would be a Pisces. You have Cancer energy here, and the opposite would be Capricorn. You have Aquarius energy here, and the opposite would be Leo. So you could be opposite zodiacs on the zodiac wheel, or you could just find in life that the two of you are very opposite. Both of you have something that keeps you very much busy. You have your purpose. You're fulfilling your purpose. You both go and do your purpose, and then when you're together, and that's a very, very meaningful time for you. And then we have the House of God coming out here, or no, excuse me, this is Justice. We have Justice coming through here, and you're going to find that the reason you're both in each other's life is to serve justice. This is like Source rewarding you through all the hardships that they've gone through all the hardships that you have gone through, and for healing those karmic debts, for healing those situations that didn't serve you, for letting go of old paradigms, for letting go of old thought patterns. It's like things that hurt your heart, right? Like, look at these. The hearts are what are getting stabbed here. Okay? Like, we have the Ace of Swords underneath this, but it's like, you look, this man on this, is it a fly? Yeah. He's on a fly. He's like stabbing the heart here. And then you have the spade that's stabbing the heart here. Like, both of you have experienced severe heartbreak. Both of you experienced hardships. Both of you have experienced very difficult times in life. And it's like, well, but Becky, you're telling us that when we get together, we may experience hardships together too. Right. It's not to break you down. It's because you are stronger than the average person. They're stronger than the average person. And together, you will become mighty, mighty individuals in this world. You will be trendsetters. You will set examples for people. You will help others overcome things that they couldn't overcome, because it's like, when you start to share your story, people are going to be like, wait, that's what you went through? Like, if you went through all of that and you're still this beautiful person, like, I really don't have a reason to complain about what I went through in my life. You see, it's like this perspective that you're going to help others see. And that's something that the two of you will bring together, because it's what you both do separately. It's definitely what they do separately by themselves. They are very much in this energy of giving that to others right now. Look, I cannot with you. We have Chameleon coming out on top of this Chameleon card here with number 33. Chameleon change. They've learned to change. Look, instead of blending in, they're standing out. Like, this is someone who stands out just naturally because they have changed so much about themselves. I love this synchronicity for you. Then this one fell out of the deck. Look, I love this. We have number 14, which is 5. 5 is all about change, but we have equality with Seahorse. This is someone who wants to see you, or wants to see you. This is someone who will see you as an equal, who will treat you as an equal, because they care and they really admire you so much. This is someone who's very pure of heart. Again, I am getting this energy, a very feminine energy coming through with these cards here. This very receptive energy. It doesn't mean that you're a man. It could mean that you're a man, right? Feminine and masculine energy is energy. Each of us has both masculine and feminine. And likewise, each of us exudes one trait over the other more. It's like more prominent, right? So like, I would be a feminine, and like, people in my life who are masculines, they could also be women who are masculine energy. There could be men who are feminine energy. It's just whichever one you identify with more. Are you more of an action taker, or are you more of a receiver and a caregiver? And these are the things that you can understand your own energy. But I do feel like for this pile, this is someone who's very feminine by nature, or who will understand how to connect with your feminine side on a deeper level. They're healing so much in their life. And that could be that they've been in the masculine energy for so long that their feminine was wounded, and now they're healing the feminine energy within them. We have Aquarius energy coming out with Aquarian energy here. We have originality, philanthropy, and progressive imaginings. This is someone who sees the world so different. Like, they just, what is it? Many people look at the world and ask why. This is someone who looks at the world and asks, why not? That's exactly how they see the world, right? It's like they see the world through eyes of a child. They see the world through eyes of possibilities and hopes and understanding, right? And they do everything within their own power to make sure that they continue to see the world that way. And I feel like that's how they're going to help you change perspective. And that's oftentimes how they help others to change perspective, because they show people that there's an opportunity for hope. We also have Aquarius, which is connected to the star energy here. So we have Aquarius with Uranus, we have Aquarius with the star, and we have Aquarius all coming out together here. Like, we have Sagittarius energy as well, optimism, exploration, and freedom. So someone who really enjoys their freedom. This is someone who doesn't want to do what others tell them to do. They will go against the grain, because that is where they see hope. That's where they see possibility. That's where they see growth, is going against the grain. It's not something that they're going to be like, oh, everybody says this. They're going to be like, oh, everybody says this, so instead of doing that, I'm going to do this. So we have number 24 coming out with focus on love. Look for the good in everyone. This is the type of person that they are. This is someone that no matter the hardships that they've been through, they see the good in everyone. Like, it's like they've had their heart broken so many times, but they're still not bitter. Like, there's nothing in the world that will ever make them a bitter person. There's not, no matter what. Like, they'll go through the roughest of rough times, and they'll still come out and say, you know what, I understand that person was coming from a hurt place, or I understand that that person was wounded, or I understand that that person experienced this, but they're still a good person, and they look for the good in everyone. And I feel like this is a trait that you may actually be drawn to, because it's like maybe you've met a lot of people in your life that have turned bitter and sour after a lot of hardships, and you haven't, or you're still working on the good within you and to focus on that, being the better self. And it's like they just naturally come by that, and you're going to be like, wow, this is something that I really admire within them. We have number 15 on the bottom with 6. Again, 6 is all about balance. It's about seeing yourself through the eyes of Source. It's seeing yourself with eyes of unconditional love. And we have practice compassion here, seeing things from a fresh perspective, coming and reconnecting us back with that Hanged Man energy here. This is someone who sees everything with a fresh perspective. Again, this confirmation of seeing things through the eyes of this child, with this child here on this card, looking at this bluebird and having the light shine down on them in this way. It's like highlighting the truth of themselves as being connected with their inner child. And they take that very seriously. Like someone who takes this very seriously, but in a lighthearted way. Let's get some descriptive messages out for you, Pile 2. Source for Pile 2, what are some descriptive messages about this person? What can you help us understand? Okay. Oh. Okay. Let's get some more descriptive messages for you, Pile 2. Okay. Okay. Now these will not resonate with everyone, so just keep that in mind. They're just really fun to get. So let's see what came out. Oh, green eyes. This is someone who could have green eyes. I love green eyes. I love all colored of eyes, but green eyes are just always, they're so vibrant. So spectacular. Capricorn. Didn't I say that earlier? Like Cancer and Capricorn, those are the opposites on the zodiac together. So this could be someone that's a Capricorn. Also showing this is someone who is a very hard worker, and they're not afraid to get their hands dirty for the things that matter in their life. You okay, Mama? Classy. Yeah, so they may dress in a very unusual way, very unique way that seems very classy. They like to come across as being able to express themselves through all avenues. A friend. So you may know this person through a friend, or they may be your friend and you're not yet aware of their feelings for you, or you might be aware of their feelings for you and this is just a confirmation for you. Fixed sign over Aquarius. Aquarius is a fixed sign. So fixed sign is Aquarius, Leo, Scorpio, and Taurus. Okay? But fixed signs are also very stubborn. They don't change very often. And this is something that's showing that this person has had to overcome that dislike of change and to learn how to change, even though maybe in the past they didn't want to. I can't with you. Twin flame. Now, if y'all have been following me for any amount of time, you guys know I do not talk about twin flames. And if you know the reason, it's okay. It's not worth getting onto for this video. But I did say that if it comes out, it will come out in the reading. And that is why I do have this in my descriptions. I have it also in my channeled messages as well. Because sometimes, in many cases, there are situations where it is very much the truth, and it's not just the egregore that everybody has focused on. So for some, this is a twin flame. It's a fixed sign. They're a friend, green eyes. They could be a Capricorn, which is a cardinal sign, and they're very classy, or they appear very classy. So again, this is not something that will resonate with everyone, but they are always fun. Let's check out what your card is. Vulnerability with Meadow. Very much connected to their heart space, very open. And I say that they wanted you to feel safe, to be open and vulnerable at the very beginning. And then we have Meadow vulnerability coming in here. I love these synchronicities for you, Pile 2. This is so wonderful. But this is someone who's going to take time to make sure that they share how they feel. Words of affirmation, and also love, like they love to love. Like that's something that's coming in. This is someone who's a romantic at heart. This is someone who is going to make sure that you're engulfed in this place of being loved and cared for, because they want you to feel the way that they want someone to make them feel. And this is something I feel like you will give back to them without hesitation, without worry. And it's like they in turn realize that they can be the truth of who they are and gift that to you without fear. They'll always share their heart with you. They'll always share their feelings with you, and they'll always love on you because of that. So what a beautiful, beautiful reading. I absolutely loved your reading. So if it resonates, hit that thumbs up down below, subscribe to the channel. But I'm going to go ahead and leave it there and get on out of here. Until next time, stay human. Bye. Hello, pile number 3. This is if you chose this beautiful bloodstone. This is going to be a reading on your next relationship. We're going to learn a little bit more about your person, some characteristics, hopefully get some description traits as well towards the end. Well, just remember that as you interact with the channel by liking, subscribing, setting the notification bell, and possibly commenting, it does allow me an opportunity to connect with your energy to get you out more resonant readings. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get started with the dice as always and find out more about your next relationship. So for pile number 3, Source, what can you tell us about their next relationship? What messages do you have for us? How can we understand more about pile number 3's next relationship, Source? What would you like us to know? So we have first house, Cancer, and the moon. Okay, and Cancer is ruled by the moon. And the first house is Leo, or excuse me, Aries energy, but is also the sun as well. Well, it is Mars energy, but it is, I don't know why it's giving me sun energy. That's what I saw when I turned this over, was the moon and like the sun and the moon. Like that tale as old as time type love story. So that's why it was coming through for me. I feel like that's just a message for you right off the bat. So this is Arian energy, which is ruled by Mars. But it's also that fiery energy as well. So you could very well be connecting with an Arian energy, or you might have Aries in your chart. That is not necessarily the thing to focus on here. However, this is someone who's very independent. This is someone who's very quick to take action, right? That cardinal energy is all about quick action, like taking that next step without hesitating, without worrying, without wondering what's going to come of it. I'm just going to do it because it feels right to me, and I'm just going to go towards it. Always seeking new beginnings, right? Always looking for things that are better, and not necessarily always giving up on the past things, but this is someone who will always go towards new beginnings and not be afraid to embody and embrace those new beginnings. You may also see that they're in a place of really taking care of their body, but they do have a great first impression. They always impress everybody the first time that they meet. And you may also see that they are someone who has a very strong identity or sense of self, right? They're very much involved in their personal life. They take care of themselves. They take pride in taking care of themselves. They're not going to run away or shy away from who they are. Okay, this is also someone who's very loyal. You know, when you get Cancer energy out, you're looking at the mother of the zodiac, someone who's very nurturing, caring, loving, giving, kind, wants to be a parent at some point in their life, wants to have dependence, take care of a family, provide for a family. This is someone who wants to love others deeply and to nurture others, something that they feel very strongly about. They are in this place of healing. This is someone who likes sensitivity, right? Even though they like to take action, they like sensitivity. That's something that I feel that this person is attracted to, and so they exude that sensitivity. And they also like to make sure that their home is comfortable. This is also someone who could very well connect with ancestors. You may notice that they have a shrine or they have an altar set up for their ancestors. It's not to freak anyone out, but, you know, have you guys ever seen Coco, that Disney movie, Coco, and where the family on the Day of the Dead, they like set up the altar for their family, and they have all the pictures of their ancestors on there, and so they may very much celebrate something like that, you know, like celebrating the dead. They may bring gifts for their dead ancestors, and that may seem strange to some, but this is something that they cherish, and this is something that is very deeply ingrained in their belief system. And whether that's religion or just family culture, this is something that they really embody and they take very seriously on their own journey. And it's something that they're very emotionally connected to, right? They like to connect with their ancestors. This could be a medium, someone who's a psychic medium. This could be someone who's very psychic that you're connecting with, especially with the moon energy here. There's someone who connects with the unconscious. They get messages in their dreams, and they follow those messages, and they trust those messages. When you meet this person, don't be surprised if they're like, I've met you in my dreams before. And it might seem strange, but that's the type of messages that they receive. They may have had a psychic vision about you. They may have been given guidance about you from their family. They may have been told by, like, I keep hearing like a great grandma or great grandpa came in and said that they were going to be with you, and so they just trusted the process and continued on their journey and continued working on themselves, knowing that one day the two of you guys would come together. What a beautiful energy this person has. Their main thing is security, though, and they listen to their intuition, but they do enjoy their privacy. So while they may share that they've seen you in a dream, that's like you're going to be the only person that knows that. That's not something that all their people know. Like, it's just going to be you, because they don't like to share with others their gifts. They don't like to share with others their private energy. Like, this is something they keep home. This is something they keep very close to their heart. Okay? And this is something that they take very seriously. Especially that, like, if they show you a family altar where they're, you know, giving gifts and just remembering the dead, those that have passed away, if they show that to you, really just remember that's not something that everybody that they know knows about, right? Because it's something that, again, it's very personal to them. And so if they show you, it means that they really trust you, and that's something that they are sharing a part of themselves with you. And you're not just anyone. That's something that's important here. So let's get some cards out on it. What an energy. I already love this reading. So source for pile 3. What can you tell us more about their next relationship? They will love to have conversations with you. They want to talk about everything with you. They want to know how you feel about it. They want to know what your thoughts are on it. They want to know how you view it. This is someone who's very attracted to intelligence. and emotional intelligence too. Okay, thank you, Source. What else can you tell us? Thank you. Yeah. Someone who, that's what I kept getting, the sun energy, and we have the Ace of Wands coming out, or the Ace of Clubs with, this is depicting strength, and so that's that sun energy, right? The Leo is ruled by the sun, and so that's that energy. We have Leo energy coming out. Kept feeling like the sun and the moon, this is like that tale as old as time kind of love, like seriously, Beauty and the Beast coming through here. Yeah, I watch Disney movies, guys. A lot. So Source for pile number 3. What else can you tell us about their next relationship? Thank you. Look, and I love that the Ace came out under the first house here. It's like, this is someone who is very much in the limelight. Like, everywhere they go, they're the center of attention. And it's not necessarily that they're calling it to themselves. Just naturally, they have a very magnetic personality. And they're very charismatic, and they're very open to what other people are experiencing. This could be someone that you notice asks a lot of questions about other people, and people will tell them the answers, whether it's personal or not personal. Like, they'll just open up to them, and that's exactly the type of person that they are. Like, they really care. And then you may find that later on, they may not see that person for 10 years, but when they see him again, they'll ask him, you know, like, oh, hey, last time I saw you, you told me about so-and-so. How's that going? Is that still a thing in your life? Like, or how is your dance lessons going? Like, you know, like, you might see that they remember things, and you're like, whoa, like, do they have an eidetic memory? Do they have a photographic memory? Like, oh, they just are very much in this place of wanting to care for others the way that they care for themselves, the way that they've learned to care for themselves. They take that very serious. They take nurturing others very seriously. It's not somebody who does it for the fame. This is not someone who does it for the attention. They do it because they just truly care about other people. And we have the Queen of Diamonds on the bottom of the deck here. This is someone who is very stable. And again, that standout energy, like doing what they want to do, right? Doing what matters to them. And you might find that they're very grounded, and they're very much this earthy energy, like down to earth. Even though they're very much in this leadership energy, like they have this leadership, this is also someone who's very down to earth. Like, that's what I was saying, like years later, they may ask somebody about their kids, like, I haven't seen you for 5 years, but how are Timmy and Sally? Like, how are they doing? Like, oh, they probably are old enough to be in high school now, or they're old enough to be in middle school. Like, how's that going? Like, how are, you know, like you said, they were struggling last time. Were you able to get the help that you were looking for? Like, these minute details that you're like, nobody's going to remember that, but somehow they remember it, and they always bring it up. Like, that's the type of energy, and they're just very grounded and down to earth, and they just really care, and they show that caring energy to others. So we have the Four of Diamonds here. Others look in on their stability and wonder. Yeah, they're very happy and content. Oh my gosh, I love this. Okay, so we have the Queen of Clubs here with the Queen of Diamonds. Hold on just a second. My apologies. I had to let my older dog out. She was asking. So anyways, so we have the Queen of Clubs coming out here next to the Queen of Diamonds. This is someone who's learned how to receive in life. This is someone who's also very attractive. This is, like I was saying, like, people are attracted. This is a magnetic energy. This is also someone who's very, very attractive. Someone who's not afraid to listen to their intuition. This is also someone who's not afraid to set strong boundaries. So you may notice that when you get together with this person, if you're physically attracted to them right away, you may want to move things along pretty quickly, but you may find that this person actually slows you down and says, well, hold on, let's slow down, let's see where things go, and then we'll get there when we get there. And that may make you feel a certain way, but just remembering that this is part of their process, is to not just let anybody come in and determine how things are. It's not to say that you would walk all over them or anything like that. It's just literally saying that this person understands what they want from life, and they also know that there's no reason to rush anything, especially if it's worth having in life. They're very slow, like this slow moving energy with the Queen of Coins energy here, right? The Queen of Diamonds. It's like this very slow moving energy, this very deep-rooted energy. It's like they've taken a long time to grow with all these plants around her, right? It's like they've taken a long time to settle their roots and to grow in this life. And with them here being depicted by these beautiful sunflowers, it's like they're not going to just rip them out for anyone. It's like they want to make sure that you're worth their time. They want to make sure that they're also worth your time. It's not just a one-way street. You may find that this person is super content in their life. Like, they're just, even if things go bad, even if things are hard for them, like, you may find that they're very content in their life. And that they do things just based on that happiness, what makes them feel good. They take action to feel good about themselves. So someone who is involved in, like I was saying, like their body, like this is someone who works out not because of what they want to look like. They work out because it makes them feel good. It makes them feel more grounded. It makes them feel more centered. And it spills over into everything in their life. Like, their joy, their happiness, their contentment, it spills over into everything in life. You may see that this person is really good at everything that they do. Like, they're always looking for those new beginnings, and they may start something, and even from the first time that they start it, they're very good at it. They're very capable of doing it without lessons, and it may seem shocking. It may seem intimidating too. They're actually very intimidating energy to a lot of individuals. But if you see this, they're very stable in their journey, and they're very stable in themselves. They're also very financially stable. It doesn't necessarily mean they're rich, but they do take care of what needs to be taken care of. And a lot of people are on the outside looking in on them, wondering, like, how do they do it? How are they capable of not living from paycheck to paycheck? Like, they're actually able to take care of what's important. They're actually able to focus on what they need to focus on. And they don't just spend anything willy-nilly. Like, that's kind of been a common theme against about all three piles today. Is these are people that are not going to just go out and spend money for the sake of spending money. They're someone who saves, and they make sure that they have enough money in savings to purchase what they want and then some. It's not going to put them in the zero. Like, they're going to actually spend money on things because they have the money to spend it. They also may have some really nice things, and that's why people are on the outside looking in. They may have blue or green eyes. I'm getting green eyes here, which is interesting because we had that come out. You may resonate with one of the other piles. I'm not going to say which one, but if you were drawn to another pile, you're more than welcome to watch that if you feel like you need to. But this person may have green eyes because she has green eyes, the Queen of Clubs here, and then there's this person that has green eyes, but they also may have brilliant blue eyes just being depicted here. Colored eyes, like you may see that they have colored eyes. So let's get some clarifying cards out on it. That was quick. Look. The Six of Cups flew out over the Nine of Cups. This is someone that could be coming in from the past. However, this is also depicting that when the Six of Cups comes out in my deck, it's talking about a deep, equal give and take relationship. That once in a lifetime kind of love. Like, it's like you're meant for each other, and they know that, and they're not going to do anything to jeopardize that. They really, truly want to build with you. They really want to give this love. It's going to feel very effortless for you. It's going to be a very heartfelt type of love. Like, you're going to look at each other, and even though you're so different, it's like looking into a mirror with them. It's like they're going to show you the sides of yourself that maybe you need to work on, that maybe they trigger, and you also are going to show them sides of themselves that they need to work on, that maybe you trigger. But together you're going to be such a strong, united couple. Like, this is like power couple energy here that I'm getting with this. So let's get some more out on it. Source, may please have some more clarifying energy here, please. Okay, thank you. Yeah, we have the King of Cups. This is someone who's very emotionally stable. Like, this is not anyone who's going to manipulate you for any reason. They do not like manipulation. They take emotions very seriously, especially with this Cancerian energy and the Moon energy coming out. This is someone who sees prosperity with emotions. They feel abundant in their emotions, and that may be what other people are looking in on. Like, how is it that pile three's person can be so happy? How are they always content? How are they always enjoying life? Like, they seem to see the fruit of life, and they seem to experience life through this place of fun and joy and just always being open to the next big thing. Like it's that new beginning type of energy, but it's not with the sense of leaving behind the past as much as it is to just experience what life has to offer. And you may see that they're very abundant in the love that they have to offer, and that's why they're this leader. That's why they're so magnetic, is because they have so much to give to others, and they may help each other. This is somebody who may be a counselor. That's an energy that's coming through. This is also someone who may work in a type of school setting. Not necessarily a counselor, but like actually teaching others. But teaching others because they have an ability to actually make a mark on the world. So like they may teach in high school or middle school. Like not necessarily really young kids, they could. But it's like more like older kids that have been through rough situations. So they may be on the south side of the tracks, right? This is somebody who may have been on the south side of the tracks, taught school in the south side of tracks, so that they could help encourage kids that might not have felt like they could have accomplished anything, because this person is so emotionally stable. This is someone who's going to be able to help others and inspire others to find that emotional stability within self in order to navigate what's next in the world. And that's what they really enjoy. Or it's like someone who has had an impact on a lot of people, or it's someone who's had an impact on, maybe this is family members or friends that they have, but it's like they've had this impact on others in a very emotional way. We have the Three of Wands coming. Yeah, they built from nothing, right? You have the fox in the background here. Or you have this fox back here. It's like they're very clever, they're very smart, they're very intelligent. But it's like she has this wings and she looks like this angel in the tree. It's like they've come up on their truth from nothing. And it's like they make the best of bad situations. Like no matter how hard life gets it to them, no matter what comes in their life, they're always willing to take action to better themselves. This isn't even about making the best of the situation outside of themselves. It's making the best of themselves in that situation. It's like they understand that it's not about what happens to us, it's how we show up. And that's exactly what they embody on every moment of every day. Also, this is someone who could be an earth angel, right? An earth angel in the sense of, like I was saying, like that counselor energy. They have helped countless others connect with the emotional sense of their well-being and to understand themselves on an emotional level, where before these people had never been seen or never been heard or never been understood on this emotional level. And this person, your next relationship, that's exactly what you're going to see. You're going to see that this is something that they do. So this could be something that they bring to you, or this could be something that you get to watch actually unfold on a daily basis or on a very regular basis. You're going to see how they emotionally handle others and how they bring that emotional intelligence to the table. And it's going to make you feel very secure. Like that's something that's going to make you feel good about the situation. It's interesting how that flew out. And then we have the Eight of Coins coming through here. Yeah, this is someone who takes their work very seriously. They work very hard. They have learned that their work is their purpose. It's like I keep hearing, I make work my bitch. Like, I'm trying to curse on here. You guys know I don't like to curse, but that's really what it is. It's like they really focused in, and whatever skill that they had to pick up for work, they're like pros at it, right? They're like pros at it, and they like make their work for them. It's like this is an example of working smarter and not harder. That's exactly what they embody on a daily basis, and they're not afraid to do that. Right? You may also find that this is someone who likes to explore in the bedroom. With this card, this is someone who likes to explore different things in the bedroom. And so just keeping an open mind with them. They're not going to do anything that makes you feel uncomfortable. There's just, you might see that they may stretch you beyond what you've been known to do before. And that's just something that they truly enjoy. So we also have the Moon coming out on the bottom here. Again, with that emotional well-being. They have dived into the depths of who they are. They've learned about who they are. They understand emotional intelligence. This is someone who could be a psychologist as well. Has studied the makings of the mind. This is someone who wants to understand what the mind is on a deep level. right? And really not to manipulate others. It's so that they can understand themselves. That's why they've done this. That's why they've gone to these links. So there's also someone you may see that is very vulnerable and open, but who's dealt with a lot of hardships as well. They see themselves. I also feel this reflective energy with the moon here. This tells me that you may see your reflection within them. They see their reflection within you. Yeah, and then we have the Queen of Coins on the bottom. Beneath that, again, there's somebody who's very nurturing, who's very grounded, who's very slow moving, okay? Very slow moving. But I do feel like that's a tale of as old as time. Like, that's the energy I keep getting here, especially with the Leo energy and the moon energy coming out once again. Let's get some oracles out on it for you, pile 3. Source, can we please have some oracles for pile 3? Thank you. Please have another oracle for pile number 3. Thank you. Companionship with dog. We have number 41. This person is very loyal. They are going to be a companion for you. Like, this is there. It's not ever going to feel like you're not seen. It's not ever going to feel like you're heard. They're not there to manipulate you. They're not there to gaslight you. They're not there to hurt you, okay? This is someone who sees you and sees all of you, and they're going to be a companion for you. They could have been born in the year of the dog as well, I'm hearing. This is someone who is just willing to go the extra mile for you as well. Number 5, we have Wolverine Fierceness. This is someone who's going to fight for this connection, for what they feel is right, for what, you know, they feel like you guys are going to share together. Like, this is someone who's going to fight for that. They're not going to let anybody knock them down. Like, if people are saying, like, what's that song? I'm hearing it right now. It's by Akon. Nobody wanna see us together, but it don't matter, no, 'cause I got you. Nobody wanna see us together, but it don't matter, no, 'cause I got you. Yes, we gon' fight, believe we gon' fight. Oh yes, we gon' fight, fight for our right to love, yeah. That song, like, by Akon, you might want to check that out and read the lyrics, but I feel like that's exactly, it's like, no one wants to see you guys together, because it's like, if you get together with them, then that makes everybody else feel a certain way. Like, they're just attached to it, right? Maybe it's because they wanted to be with your person, or maybe it's because other people wanted to be with you, pile 3. And it's like, they're all whispering things in each other's ear. They're saying, oh, your person is cheating on you, or oh, you're flirting with so-and-so. Like, you know what I mean? Like, people just be hating, and it's like, they're not going to be listening to that. But you also notice here we have 41, which is 5, and then we have the 5 card come out. Like, they understand that this is going to take a lot of work, but this is a new beginning for them, is being connected with you and having this relationship with you, and they're going to change their ways for you. And so it's like, maybe in the past they may have a dark past, or maybe they have been a player, or maybe they have been sleeping around with a lot of people, or maybe they dated a lot of people all at once, right? But when they connect with you and they know that you're the one that they want, right, they're going to stop and change their ways for you. But they're also going to fight, and they're going to make sure that no matter what other people say, like, that you understand how they feel about you. Like, that's something they don't ever want you to question how they feel about you, because it matters to them, right? It matters how you see them. It matters to them. It's not that they're going to change their ways. It's just they take into account that you're already a part of their life. And it's like, I want to ensure that pile 3 always knows that they're my number 1, my ride or die, my true, you know, my true person. Like, we have Chiron coming out with hurt and heal. Yeah, this is something that they've been hurt by in the past. So maybe they've been cheated on, or maybe someone has broken their heart, or maybe someone has manipulated them in the past, or they've had a lot of toxicity in their life, and they've healed this. And because of that, like, they know how they want to show up for you, because they've learned how to let go of the old paradigms, connecting them to this idea that that's how life has to be. They let go of that, and in letting go of that, they realize that they want to ensure that you always see them for the love that they have to give to you. It doesn't mean that you're not going to fight. It doesn't mean that you're not going to have disagreements. It's not about that, right? That's normal. That's relationships, right? Wow, this is way too many. I'm sorry, Source. This is way too many cards. It's not about that. It's about you understanding that no matter what, if you do have an argument, you still know that they love you and they know that you love them, right? You have a disagreement, which is normal for couples to disagree. It is normal for couples to have arguments. Like this whole idea that, oh my gosh, we must be in a terrible relationship if we have an argument or if we disagree. Like we must not be meant for each other. Like that. You're two people, you're two whole individual people coming together. You're going to have clashing ideas at times. Like that's natural. That's life. Just like when you have a friend, don't you have clashing ideas with your friends sometimes? Sometimes you fought with your friends. It doesn't mean you gave up on your friendship, right? And that's something that we need to remind the whole of the world, you know, that to be in a relationship with someone just means that you have two identities that are coming in. So it's being able to accept those identities in whole, but understanding that at times it may be difficult. At times it's not meant to be easy, because anything worth having, it takes effort, right? It takes effort to have in life. So we have house 3, early learning, childhood relations, the rational mind, and communication. This is what they've been healing, those wounds that they learned from their early childhood. I feel like ignored. Okay, like here's the thing. I really feel like your person was ignored as a child, or they were neglected by their parents, or they just weren't seen by their parents. Like this goes back, and this is very young when they were like this, but I do feel like this is a neglect that's coming through. And they really believed at some point in their life that that neglect meant that they were being loved. It was like this paradigm of saying like that's all I'm worthy of is being neglected. And they've healed that. And so in healing that, they never, ever, ever want their partner to feel that. They don't want to make their partner feel neglected, right? They want to ensure that their partner understands that I'm here. We're always going to find a way through it. We'll deal with it together. We'll carry the burdens together. And we'll fight for each other no matter what. And even if we have an argument, we'll always come back and we'll never go to bed mad at each other. Like that's the type of energy that this person has. Look at what's on the bottom of the deck. We have number 30 with true love. This love is once in a lifetime. Yeah, that's so perfect to what I was just saying. Like they are your true love. Like that's what they want you to know. They want you to know that they love you so much. Look. What was I just talking about? They were healing those childhood wounds, and we have relationship patterns coming out here. Take strength to recognize the need for change with number 32. And I just said, right before these cards came out, I just said that they were healing those old paradigms of believing that a relationship of love was being neglected. That's a relationship pattern. That's what they were healing, this Chiron energy coming out, right? I love that synchronicity coming through. And then we have number 31 here, which is 4. 4 is all about strength, structure, and stability. You have love makes the difference. Love helps heal past hurts and provides a sense of security and self-worth. Wasn't I saying that their big thing is to be secure in love? Like they want you to feel secured in love. And that's the thing. I feel together you both are going to help each other heal. I was saying this energy of being a mirror of one another. We got that with the card over here, the 6 of Cups. We got that energy of being the mirror of one another, and you're going to trigger each other in a way that helps each other heal, but you're going to do it together. Neither one of you is carrying this burden alone. You're doing it together, and you're doing it in a very beautiful way. I'm going to put this like that. Okay, let's get some descriptions out for you and see if we can learn some more about this person. Source, can you please give us some descriptions for pile number 3? Can you please give us some descriptions for pile number 3 about their person, their next relationship? Some descriptions about their next relationship, Source. And just understanding that these aren't going to resonate with everyone. They're just fun to get. They want one more. Okay. You know, we're nosy. We want to know these things. We want to know what they look like, who they are, what they act like. Yeah, that's fine. So let's see what comes out. Afro. So the person could have an afro. That's awesome. I love that. So you think of that guy on YouTube who goes around and he wears a hoodie. Like, that's immediately the picture I got when I picked that up. Is like, he wears a hoodie covering his afro, and then he starts, like, he pretends he's going to steal something from someone, like their phone or, like, shoes from the shoe store. And then he always stops, and then he starts doing his little dance, and then all of a sudden he, like, pulls his hood off of his head, and his big old afro comes out, and everybody's always like, whoa! That guy always makes me laugh. Always. Cleaning. Okay, so this is giving me a couple of things here. They could be a very clean person, but they could also be cleaning up from, like, types of addictions. We didn't really get addiction energy in the reading, but this also is making me feel that they've been cleaning up their life from something, like either those toxic energies that we were talking about, or just that healing, right? That healing that's coming in, the cleansing of the soul. Manipulator. This is interesting. This is what they've been cleaning up from manipulations. Didn't I say that people, like, manipulated them? Neglect. Neglect is a type of manipulation as well, because, like, people will neglect others in order to gain a ton of attention from them later. And it's like feeling exalted. That's the type of energy that's coming through here. Double chins. So this may be a chunky person. Don't fall in love with the body or a face. Fall in love with the soul. Remember that always. Sometimes we get too caught up on the looks of somebody. It's not about their looks. Underbite. This is a very interesting energy coming through. This may be a very interesting individual. Like, very unique looking. Okay, and again, this isn't going to work. Like, this isn't going to go with everybody. Like, you know, it's just some fun energies to get. Scary. Yeah, that's the type of energy that they're cleaning out. This also, when I said that they're very intimidating, at first you may be very scared by this person. They may be really intimidating to you. Like, just their energy is so large, right? It's a very big energy. And so for you, you might be scared when you first meet them, or you might be kind of like so nervous, right? That nervous, like you might find yourself attracted to this person. You like, I would never be attracted to them. Why am I attracted to them? And that might frighten you at first. And so just reminding yourself to just open up to what is possible. Sharp cheekbones. It's for some interesting ones for you, pile 3. I feel like the most of you chose pile 3, and that's why there's so many different ones out here. But don't worry about these two over here. It's not that they're a manipulator. It's not that they're really necessarily scary. This could just be, again, that trigger coming in of, like, why am I attracted to this person? Like, this is not someone I'm normally attracted to, and that makes you feel uncomfortable. That's a trigger, right? And that's scary to experience triggers. And also that they're cleaning up from a manipulator, or they've been manipulated in the past. Okay, that's the Chiron energy coming through here, the hurt and heal. Look, we have Gaia coming out with nurturing. This is very Cancerian energy coming through here, this nurturing energy that they're learning to nurture themselves. But we did say that they'll never let you feel like they don't love you. Their big thing here is that you feel nurtured and soothed and confident that they love you, that they care about you. So this is someone who's going to take care of you. It would not surprise me if this is someone who at the end of the day comes home and says, honey, how are you feeling? And you're like, I had a rough day. And they sit down on the couch next to you and they pull your feet up into their lap and they're like, why don't you tell me about it? And they start rubbing your feet. They got, like, for some reason they have a little bed table right next to the couch and they have little lotions in there that they're rubbing on your feet. It smells good, it feels good, and it's like, that's the type of energy that they are. Even though they're very big energy, they're very much out there, they're very much in the spotlight. It's like they have this sweet soft side that they don't really show a lot of people, and you're going to get first row seats to that, and it's just a very beautiful energy. So this is what I have for you, pile 3. I hope that it resonates. If it does, hit that thumbs up button down below. But I am going to go ahead and leave it there. With that being said, I'm going to get on out of here. But until next time, stay human. Bye.